Welcome everyone to Fanboy Frenzy as we bring you new Destiny 2.20 live action. This time we're going to talk about the Pretender to the Throne mission. We're going to do a mini little walkthrough here. You can see we have to start by going to the Dreadnought. And once you go, not the Earth, you ninny, Dreadnought. There you go. Once you go to the Dreadnought, right there is the mission, Pretender to the Throne. Now, this mission is setting up the Prison of Elders level 41-42 update for the Taken. This is going to be an awesome update because for those of you out there that may be 305, like myself personally, I've been between 295 and 302 for like the past year to 6, well, I say 6 to 9 months. And the reason for it is because I've had to grind, man, like a Tony Hawk skater, just to try to get my gear up where it needs to be for one reason only, because they do not have matchmaking for a raid. And it seems like it's near impossible task for my friends and I to all be able to meet at the same time and do the raid. And so that's one of the reasons I was so excited for this new patch, because now we got up to 335 gear that's going to drop more frequently. Now let's start off here. We get to the Dreadnought, and then we're going to take the familiar path that you use to go to the Dark Blade or the Alakul, strike mission. We're going to go ahead and take a corner here and round this up. You can tell I'm running with, at this point, one of my scout rifles that I have, a legendary scout rifle. And I think I'm using a 304 1,000-yard stare sniper rifle. And, of course, I'm using my exotic sword that's 310, which is absolutely amazing. Sometimes you'll see me switch it up here in the mission just because every now and then, just to take guys out a hell of a lot faster, I'll drop down my light just a little bit and get rid of my scout and switch out my exotic for just a legendary sword. And then just go ahead and go with the Zalo Supercell, which is an amazing assault rifle if you haven't seen it. If you haven't, I'm sure you have. If you haven't, you've been living under a rock. But if you have been under that rock, I'm sorry, no mean to offend, but you're going to be able to see it in this mission because I get hella bored of just shooting the same guys. And if anybody uses a scout rifle substantially, you'll know that your first finger is basically on your right hand. For me, it's like the size of a Coke can because I had to push it down so much. Oh, look, here come the shielded enemies. Now, they knocked me back a good 100 feet, but that's okay because speaking of feet, that's how you take these guys out. You all know that if you're veterans. You always shoot for the feet, and then as soon as they move, you go for their big old fat head. But here we go. Take them out. Look, feet, boom, head. Go rinse and repeat. That's the feet to head ratio. That's what you go for. Now, you'll see here in this mission, I thought it was going to be a longer one, but actually it's not. It's actually a pretty short mission, as you can clearly tell by this video being less than 6 minutes long, including the intro. It's really not much of a challenge. It's really just meant to get you back in the game in case you've been that player that has been away from Destiny for a while. I haven't. I've been playing the Taken King really, and here he is, Malok, the Prince of Oryx. He's the guy that we're going to be fighting. I assume he will be the one. And if you listen to the mission, Mr. Varix, shoot him dead. That whole guy, he's actually asking you, and they make a joke of it, by the way, he's asking you to go ahead and take Malok to the Prison of Elders. So, kind of curious to see why he's wanting to trap the enemy instead of just kill him dead. But, they're going to do it anyway. So, you can clearly see here that if you continue to walk right down here, yes, R2, I get it. I absolutely get it. It's crazy. It's pandemonium, but that's Destiny. That's what Destiny is. It's pandemonium. You got portals coming up everywhere. You got enemies coming everywhere. You got big enemies, small enemies, and sometimes you have the slowest weapons imaginable to take out these enemies. But you'll see here in a minute, I'm getting ready to say screw this, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to go into my Zalo here in just a second. But, yeah, man, I really enjoy this so far. But I think the reason they started this mission off where it's really so slow and just so small is because for the players that haven't been grinding and haven't continued to play Destiny for this past, since September, then this is your way to kind of ease back into it if you haven't been playing it for 7 months like I have. I've been playing Destiny really pretty much since it came out. I took a little bit of a hiatus to play some Borderlands 2 and get back into that, when it came out for the PS4 and some other games. But, it's just one of those things you kind of jump right back into. It's like riding a bike, so to speak. Destiny, the way it plays, has not changed very much since it first started. Obviously, it's gotten better, clearly, if you're a fan of the series from day one like I was. Going back OG with the beta, smack him in his head with this sword. Love that sword. This sword's freaking awesome. So, you get up here and then you realize, oh, wait, let's take him out. I'm getting ready to switch to my supercell here in a minute. I'm getting ready to get really bored with this scout rifle, which I hate. It seems like I'm doomed to use the scout rifle, but in this particular case, you'll see here that we're coming up on the end of the mission, and basically you don't even encounter Malok. You basically run up on him and he disappears. That's pretty much the end of the mission coming up here. Not too much to it, obviously. It's very cut and dry. Just stay alive, shoot the feet, dodge, shoot the feet, dodge, shoot the head. It's over. So everybody, we ask you to please join the Fanboy Frenzy army. Go to facebook.com/Fanboy Frenzy and mixcloud.com/Fanboy Frenzy. You can find us on Twitch, Vine, YouTube, etc., etc. We'll see you Guardians out on the battlefield very, very soon.